Buying a new cooktop sounds simple, until you're actually trying to do it. If you've ever waited 10 minutes just to boil water, or burned the edges of a pancake while the center stayed raw, you know how frustrating an underperforming stove can be. And while upgrading to induction sounds like a dream, faster heat, safer surface, easier cleanup, it also raises a whole new set of questions. Will it work with your current cookware? Are the burners big enough for your favorite pots? And is the smooth glass surface just a magnet for scratches and smudges? That's exactly why I'm diving into the True Induction TI-4B, a 30-inch built-in cooktop with 4 burners, 10 heat levels, and over 7,000 watts of total power. It's UL certified, ADA compliant, and promises fast, even cooking in a sleek, modern design. But is it really as powerful as it looks? Or are there some limitations you won't notice until it's already installed? Some users have raised concerns about burner size and how heat is distributed with larger pans, so it's worth looking closer before you decide. I'll break it all down: performance, quirks, cleaning, and who this cooktop is truly best for. There's a link in the description and pinned comment if you want to check specs or current pricing. But for now, let's focus on whether this could be the right upgrade for your kitchen. And hey, if you've ever been frustrated by uneven heat or slow burners, hit that like button so more people can find this kind of review. Let me know in the comments what your biggest cooktop headache has been. Picking up where we left off, let's talk about what you're actually getting when you install the True Induction TI-4B into your kitchen. First impression? It looks sleek. The black glass ceramic surface blends easily into most countertop styles, and since it's a drop-in unit, there's no bulky frame or knobs to disrupt the look. It's modern, minimalist, and genuinely attractive. But design isn't just about appearance, it's also about function. And here's where we get into some of the most common questions. The cooktop features 4 heating elements, all with a flush finish that makes wiping up spills simple. That's a big win for families who deal with daily messes. The touch control panel sits front and center, which keeps things intuitive and easy to reach, but also means fingerprints can build up. Nothing a microfiber cloth can't handle, but something to expect. Now, a detail worth pointing out: while the surface graphics suggest different burner sizes, some users have noted that all the induction coils appear to be the same size, about 6 inches. That means if you're often using large pans or wide-bottomed pots, you might not get perfectly even heat across the whole surface. It still cooks well, but that's something to keep in mind. That said, the 10 heat levels and power sharing technology make it highly flexible for home cooking. Whether you're boiling pasta, simmering sauce, or pan-frying vegetables, it gives you control without hot spots or open flames. When it comes to everyday cooking, specs on paper only go so far. What really matters is how a cooktop performs when dinner needs to be on the table. Fast. The TI-4B uses induction technology, which means it heats your cookware directly using magnetic fields. In plain English, your pan gets hot fast, but the surface stays relatively cool. Safer for kids, faster for you, and no wasted energy heating the air. In testing conditions, water boils in under 2 minutes, and the 10-level heat control gives you fine-tuned options for everything from a gentle simmer to a hard sear. That kind of precision is something traditional gas and coil stoves simply can't offer. For home cooks, this means less time waiting and more consistent results. You can reduce sauces without scorching, or switch from frying to low heat without guessing. The power sharing system also intelligently manages wattage between burners, so you can use multiple zones at once without overloading the circuit, ideal for family meals or meal prep days. Now, back to that point we mentioned earlier. Because the burners are all roughly the same size, if you're using an oversized skillet or stock pot, you may notice the heat doesn't spread edge to edge. It still works, but it's not as seamless as using cookware that fits the coil diameter. Still, for most day-to-day cooking, the TI-4B delivers fast, even heat with a level of control that makes your old stove feel outdated. When it comes to daily use, the TI-4B was clearly designed with simplicity in mind. The easy touch controls are responsive and easy to understand, even if you're not especially tech-savvy. You tap to adjust the temperature, activate the safety lock, or set a timer, and the cooktop responds instantly. There are no knobs to clean around and no steep learning curve to get started. Cleaning is another strong point. Because induction only heats the pan, not the glass surface, spills don't get baked on. Most messes wipe away with just a damp cloth. For busy households or shared kitchens, this is a game changer. Now, one question that comes up often is about maintenance. The glass ceramic surface is durable, but like any smooth cooktop, it can show scratches or smudges over time, especially if you drag heavy pots or use abrasive cleaners. A soft sponge and regular wipe downs will keep it looking new much longer. It's also worth knowing that this cooktop requires 240-volt wiring and should be hardwired by a qualified electrician. It's not a plug-and-play appliance, so if you're upgrading from a standard unit, factor installation into your plan. For safety, it includes automatic shutoff if it senses overheating, plus a child lock feature. Great for homes with little hands nearby. So while it's easy to use once installed, the initial setup and care matter. Treat it right, and it's built to serve you for years. So is the True Induction TI-4B worth your attention and your $999? If you're looking for a cooktop that heats fast, stays cool to the touch, and gives you precise control over every dish, this one absolutely delivers. It's sleek, efficient, and well-suited for modern homes, small kitchens, or anyone tired of old-fashioned coil or gas ranges. It's not perfect. The uniform burner size might be a limitation if you frequently cook with oversized pots, and installation requires professional wiring. But for most home cooks, these are small trade-offs for the level of performance, safety, and energy efficiency this cooktop brings to the table. This isn't just a stove, it's a smarter way to cook. A kitchen upgrade that simplifies your day-to-day without overwhelming you with complicated tech. If you found this review helpful, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more people find honest, practical info just like this. I'd love to hear from you too. What's been your biggest frustration with your current cooktop? Drop it in the comments. And if you're considering the TI-4B and want to see specs, reviews, or the current price, the link is in the video description and pinned comment, just in case. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.